What's going on, guys? I wanted to show you all a little project I'm fixing to start working on. I'm going to add a little boom sprayer to my 52-inch Exmark here, and the reason I'm doing that is I bought this rig over here which had that boom on it, and this is what it looked like up here. So I thought this was going to work out great for what I wanted to use it for. I've got a couple of properties for family and friends. They're basically an acre plus, and it just takes too long to spray their yards for them. And I figured this would be a better deal, because with this thing, it's pulling it around the mower and everything. It's just kind of awkward to back up and turn the machine off and hook the wire up and all of that, and I'd rather everything to just be on the mower. That way I can load it on the trailer easy, take it off. I'm only sacrificing maybe 8-9 inches right here, maybe a foot at best, and it folds up to where it's going to be out of the way if I had to, mow lawns with this. This isn't going to be my primary mowing machine. It's going to be a backup in case my other 52 goes down. I'm primarily just going to use this for spraying. And what I did is I robbed the pump off of this, and I'm gonna, obviously this is not going to be here, but I just got it mocked up. I got a bungee strap on it and everything, just holding it just to show how I'm gonna do it. But I had these things off of an old weight set of mine. I'm trying to do this one-handed, it's kind of awkward. But basically, once this comes out, right there, so basically I can just slide this on, and that's going to be my fastener for it. So as you can see, it's kind of loose, but when you tighten this thing up, I mean, it's solid. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically have the same idea of the rack I had before. This is the old rack that the tank went on, and I'm going to have some angle iron, and I'm going to make a frame to go underneath that. And these long carriage bolts right here, I'm going to put those down here. Let me get down here, I'll show you. So these bolts right here, I'm going to pull those out, and I'm going to run a carriage bolt from the inside of the mower all the way out, and it's going to poke out probably about 6 inches. And this right here, it's low right now, but I'm going to lift this up, and it's going to bolt right up against it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bolt in the nut and fasten it all the way down to where I just have 2 studs poking out, to where this part can just slide on, and I can just put a wing nut on it. And this is just sitting here, right here. And that came off of right here. That was like that, I think, or like that. I think it was like this. But anyway, I'm going to use these, and I'm going to bend it to where I can bolt it right here, and I'm going to drill me a hole right here. And what I'm going to do is do the same process. I'm going to put a stud out, put a nut on it, to where if I want to take this boom off, then I can just undo the wing nuts, and this whole thing will come off. And as far as this goes, the hose, I'm just going to put a quick release just in case I wanted to take this off if I'm not using it much at all. But I plan on keeping it on there if I can. And basically right here what I'm gonna do is have my angle iron platform, and I'm gonna attach it to this right here. And this thing also came with a pistol grip sprayer to where you can switch it. You can use either or, the boom, or you can use the pistol grip. And I'm going to use that basically like in spots I can't, drive the mower, like in ditches or tight areas where the mower just won't fit. I'll have enough hose right here that I can spray the yards with. And what I'll probably do is have the frame that goes under here. I'll have a pipe right here that this can mount into, and that'll be tucked away right there. But I'll show you with how, hopefully this won't come apart. There we go. There we go. So that's what it looks like when it's out. So with it folded up like this, in case you were wondering what's going to happen if this comes out and you go on the trailer and that hits something. Well, what I'm going to do is I have this flat bar here, real light galvanized flat bar. I'm going to cut it to length, if you can picture. I'm going to whack it off at the right angle. But right here, I'm going to, on this, I'm going to set a bolt upside down and weld it on here to where I can drop it on here, put a wing nut, and that way that's going to keep this rigid and in place. So when I'm not spraying and just mowing around, that'll keep that in place. So whenever I go to spray, I'll go ahead and remove this bar. So let me get a tape measure. So it's sitting about a foot off the ground, and the spray pattern, I'm not sure how it's going to work out once I have everything done. I'm going to see what kind of, I'm going to go into concrete and I'm going to see what kind of spray pattern, if the coverage is even. And if not, I think I can adjust this, the pressure right here, to where the pattern will be more even, to where it have a more even pattern. Maybe this thing right here is for the pressure adjustment, and I got to steal the grommet off of that over there and put up in here, that way it can seal tight. And you just adjust your pressure right here. You just turn this valve and you can see what pressure you're running on it. This right here is going to be for your boom. So this hose will come out and go down to this port, and then this one right here is going to go out for the pistol grip over here. But I think this is going to be a much better setup for next year. I really wish I had the time this year to have thought of this and do it this way, and it would have saved me a lot of time. But once I have this complete, I'll go ahead and do a video on it, and I'll test it out, spray some water on the lawn, and see if I think it's going to work. But I think it will. if you guys have any suggestions before I go any further on this, just drop them in the comments, please. So I'm going to get started on this sometime this week. I don't know when, but hopefully I can finish this out. One of the many projects I've got on my list.